shop, we have a old Regency police monitor radio that I'm going to convert into a mini Marshall screaming amp. Here we go. Alright, how I'm going to attack this project is I'm going to try to maintain the look of this radio. So we're going to reuse the cabinet. I'm going to transfer this glass back on to the front panel. But when it comes to this chassis, it's just a cluttered up mess. So that's coming out completely. I'm going to replace it with this 10x6 Hammond aluminum chassis, and we're going to do a complete new build. What's nice is this chassis fits in here absolutely perfect and butts right up to the front panel. So I won't have to use extended shaft control knobs. Here's the layout that I've selected for the amp. Got our power transformer, output tubes here, a pair of 6 AQ5s. That's what the owner wants for the project. 6 AV6 inverter, 12AX7 input, and of course a Hammond 125H for the audio output transformer. Alright, progress report. Got the chassis laid out. This is the front, so all we have is an input volume control, and this will probably be for a power lamp. 12AX7, 6AV6 inverter, pair of 6AQ5s, the output transformer, power transformer. There's a backside. So far I just have the jacks for the speakers. A little bit of the underside wiring is complete, and I'm using one of the D-Lab Cub 1 rectifier cat boards. Mini Marshall amp build is complete, so let me give you a once over so you can see how the chassis is laid out, and at the same time I'll bring the schematic up so you can review that too, and if you'd like a copy of that schematic, just send me an email and I'll shoot you over a diagram. Alright, so here is our chassis layout, which I showed you earlier. 12AX7 preamp, 6AV6 inverter, a pair of 6AQ5s, or you can use 6005 tubes. Okay, these are available for just a couple dollars a piece on the internet. Main power transformer is approximately a 440 volt center tap type power transformer with a 6.3 volt AC for your filaments. Okay, the company that made these is out of business, so you're gonna have to source something somewhere else. Okay, I can't help you with that. Output transformer is a Hammond 125H. So this is a 10k ohm center tap, and it gives you outputs for 2, 4, or 8 ohm. I don't use the 2 ohm. I elected to use a IEC AC input jack, and then of course you have your standard 1/4 inch jacks for 4 and 8 ohm coming off of the output transformer. Flip this guy around. So this would be your front of the amp, your input jack, simply a volume control, and your power toggle switch. There's no tone controls on this amp. The chassis is a Hammond 10x6x2. I think these are about 20 bucks a pop. Okay, bottom side of the little mini Marshall. This is my AC input. Goes through my 1 amp fuse to the power switch and the primary of the power transformer. These yellow leads are the high voltage out. The black wire is the center tap. Goes to the D-Lab Cub 1 rectifier cat board. Okay, so my input caps, this is a 68 microfarad through the 1K to a 47 microfarad to the 22K and a 22 microfarad. Okay, so you got your high voltage, screen, and preamp feed. This is my outputs, so the 6AQ5s with the current limiting 470 ohm resistor for the cathodes. You can see I only had to land 2 terminal boards. This board here is there actually to kind of protect the tube pins. You don't want these big caps riding off of these little tube pins. It can fatigue them. So this guy is in between to actually saddle the caps, and then I just feed to the output tubes. Alright, this guy back here is my inverter tube, the 6AV6. All of its components are wired on the base. I didn't use any terminal boards on that guy. Swing over here to the 12AX7. We have a board that supports him for the plate feed, a little output cap And then this yellow guy is the 1 microfarad cap that goes to the first cathode, giving you that kind of Marshall brash bite that you guys are after. Input jack here with a 68K going direct to the 12AX7. So as you can see, it's a very simple build, okay, and the layout is not critical, okay. I just elected to use this chassis because it fit the Regency cabinet that was supplied by the owner. Okay, so here's a little bit of a clean tone maybe. Sounds pretty good. Do you like it more of the Marshall like Master Blaster sound? Yeah.
It's got good blasting sound. Real good.
Yeah.
Real good.
Yeah, no doubt. Crank her back up and blast that. Okay, pretty cool little build there, huh? Very simple, and as you can see, the thing sounds magnificent. Getting that kind of distortion out of a push-pull amp is normally hard to do, but the 6AQ5s have a very sensitive grid, so they will go into that fold over and give you that crunch that you're after. And the best thing is, they're cheap, right? The 12AX7 is the most expensive tube on this build. Your power transformer can't help you out there, but the price on a Hammond 125H, yeah, they're close to 50 bucks, okay? So shop around on that. So this little project was done for my friend Curtis. He's a big fan of 6AQ5 tubes. I guess he buys all kinds of exotic ones from all over the world and is looking for that sound. Okay? So he said, Terry, build me a little high distortion Marshall amp at low power. And that's what we have here. It's an 8-watt amp, class AB. And as you can see, she's ready to go. So hey guys, I promised you cool things from D-Lab. This is just one of them. Support me, get on there, tell your friends, subscribe, whatever it takes. I want to be at 100K by the end of the year.